It's another beautiful spring day in the South. Actually, well, it's not summer yet, but it's going to be summer pretty soon. And speaking of South, y'all know, because you've seen this video, that we are moving from the South, our home state of Tennessee, and we are moving to a different state. But before we do that, before we make videos there, I wanted to squeeze in this video. So today we're going to make a cake that with a product from the South, from southern Middle Tennessee, called SunDrop, and it is SunDrop cake. So y'all, it's a beautiful day outside. The kids are playing, so in a minute I might take y'all outside and let you see what they're doing out in the backyard. But today I want to bring you along for an easy cake using an ingredient, a beverage, a soda that is made in the South, and that's called SunDrop. I know people who love this and have to have one a day. I don't personally drink a lot of sodas at all, and I don't personally drink the citrus sodas necessarily, but this is a citrus soda, and I think the cake we're going to make today is going to be amazing.
Now, I show how to grease and flour the pan, but I decided to take that little, it's about 4 minutes, and I decided to turn that into another video because many of y'all might already know how to grease and flour a bundt pan. But this particular video that you're looking at right now is going to come out in 3 to 5 days. If you can't wait that long, I do have a very old video of how to grease and flour a pan from about 3 years ago. So you could look that up in the search bar of our channel.
This is a simple recipe. Y'all could just jot it down while I'm talking. I have cracked 3 eggs into my mixing bowl. Then I've got 3/4 cup of cooking oil. Just put that in there, and since I don't like to waste, I'm gonna scoop it out with my spatula. It calls for 12-ounce bottle of SunDrop soda. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something funny. I did a live, I don't know, several weeks ago, and just chatting about frugal cooking, and we got off talking about how different words for soda all over the country. Some areas call it pop, and some call it soda, and some call it soda pop. And I'll tell you something funny you may not know about the South. So we call, I know it's strange, but we call all sodas Coke. Lowercase, common noun, C-O-K-E, Coke. So if somebody might say, well, what kind of Coke do you want? Somebody might answer, well, I want a Dr. Pepper or a Sprite or a SunDrop or Mellow Yellow or whatever. So that's just a little thing we do in the South. We'll say, what kind of Coke do you want? And we don't mean Diet Coke, Coke Zero, regular Coke. No, we mean what kind of soda do you want? So there's your little weirdness that we do in the South. One of many, I'm sure, to people. But anyway, I didn't buy a 12-ounce bottle because this was actually cheaper for me to buy than a pack of the 12-ounce bottles. So I've got 12 ounces measured out of the SunDrop. I've got a lemon cake mix. Now, this is the only one I could find. The only one. This is a Duncan Hines Lemon Surprise. Put the lemon cake mix in. Here's a little tip for you, too. A little kitchen tip or kitchen hack. Whenever you're making pudding or something like what I'm doing now, if you've got the liquid and then if you'll put the flour on top, that way you won't, when you mix it, you won't have the liquid splattering everywhere. Of course, you still want to start it on low anyway. All right, I've got the small box of lemon instant pudding mix. Just put that in there. This is going to be so moist, I can tell you right now. Okay, I went ahead and I turned my oven on so it can be heating up while I'm mixing this up. Okay, I want y'all to wanted to tell y'all I've got a new apron thanks to my mother-in-law. I appreciate that. Doesn't have holes in it. I've only got 2 or 3 that don't have holes in it, but I always love a new apron. It's kind of wrinkled. I let it dry too much in the dryer, I think. But anyway, I'm going to add pockets, and it's perfect. I love it. Also, this, look at this handmade or hand embellished. Again, it's kind of wrinkled too, but I use things that people give me because I'm so appreciative and I believe in using things. And this is from my sweet dear friend Miss Claire in Georgia, and she embellished this towel. But look at that, and she gifted us with it when we started our journey. And then we were blessed to go down. We've met her twice and her sweet family. All right, we're going to pour this batter into our butt pan. Just evenly around our greased and floured butt pan. Oh, it smells so good. And I'm not really a lemon lover. Now, Mr. Patient is, but I think I'm still, nonetheless, I'm going to enjoy this cake. This is great for spring, isn't it? Lemon things. All right, look at that. Yellow, beautiful yellow cake. It's going to look great when it comes out. I bet it's going to be good, smell good cooking. So I've got 375 on my convection oven. That's what the temperature is on any oven. That's just what I said on my convection as well. 375 according to package directions. And the package said 33 to 36 minutes. So I'll test it with my cake tester. We'll look and see what the littles are up to. And then after I bake this, I will put it on a cooling rack. But then I'm going to show you how we frost it. And then we have to taste it. Is it not a beautiful day out here, y'all? And if you're new to our channel, I am Miss Katie. Welcome. I didn't say that at the beginning. Welcome to Heritage Ways, where we honor our home, celebrate heritage, and spread hope. And I'm the mama to 6, and the marmy to 2 grandchildren, and the mother-in-law to 2, the wife to the wonderful Mr. Patient. My recipe today comes from my dear friend Wendy Bryant. And Wendy and I, she's here in town, but also we have some ties. We didn't know each other years ago, but we have ties of kind of knowing mutual people from years back when we were younger, and mutual rural places where we grew up, and we just are really like-minded. And I just love and appreciate Wendy so much. She's a sister in Christ. We've been on discipleship groups together. We've cried together, laughed together, and shared. And I just treasure her and her mother. Her whole family is so kind and sweet and wonderful and God-honoring. And I just love her so much. But this SunDrop cake comes from her, and this is her favorite cake, and it's her birthday cake that she always has every year. Her sweet daughter Laura makes it for her. That's another thing. Wendy and I have such a mutual love for Little House on the Prairie too. She named her daughter Laura after Little House on the Prairie. We're going to go over there in a minute and see what they're playing. But my friend Wendy got the recipe from her friend Martha Jo McCullough, and she said that Martha Jo's passed, unfortunately. I believe she said from cancer, and I hate that for Wendy. It was one of Wendy's good friends, and I hate that. But what I think is precious is that we can use, you know, food and recipes and the heritage of that, and just passing down recipes through the generations and through lines of friendship can not just pass down recipes, not just share recipes, but also share stories and love and friendship. Do y'all have somebody that or a recipe that was shared with you by a dear friend, and you just treasure the recipe because of the story that goes with it or the friendship that goes with it? And that's why I like this recipe so much. I'm not even a citrus lover, but I know I'm going to love this cake, and it's going to taste awesome. Mr. Patient's going to love it for sure. But I love the story. I love the story that it's my dear friend Wendy's favorite cake, and it's her birthday cake every year, and then she got the recipe from her dear friend Martha Jo. And so thank you, Wendy. I love you. Thank you so much for sharing your life with me here in Middle Tennessee. And thank you for sharing this recipe. So while my cake is in the oven, y'all, let's go over here. Let's just check out what the littles are doing. And then we'll come back and we'll check on our cake. All right, here's little Miss Homemaker. What are you doing today?
Well, I'm playing outside.
Yes. Okay.
And I made a little mud pit. I was playing with farm animals.
Yeah.
And I made a mud pit so the pigs could be in the mud. But then it turned into go get some stuff and let's make pudding.
Pudding. From mud pit to mud pudding. I used to cook outside all the time. So you know the best way to make a pond in real life on a farm, don't you?
Is digging and then putting water in it.
Well, not the water. What do you put in there before the water? We've talked to you about this, but you might not remember. Pigs. And that's how my great-grandfather made his pond that is still holding water today in Ohio. And he dug it and then put his pigs in there and let them tramp it down real good and solid. And remember when we visited Miss Sarah's farm, she talked about that. Yeah, have fun.
I will.
All right, little music man, come tell us what you're doing.
I am collecting screws.
Okay, all right.
And I have 4 hinges.
Okay, now what are you going to do with those things?
A playground.
So
I'm going to build.
We're not Dad and Mom aren't the only ones planning on the next house. You're planning for the playground you're going to have at your next house, right?
Right.
Okay, and so you are being resourceful, and you're doing what now? You're getting out of the burn pile. You're getting
screws.
And you've got how many hinges?
4.
Okay.
2 small and 2 big.
We're going to stay tuned and see what you do with those over the months and years, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okie dokie.
Say yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to be working.
Okay. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, John Boy, can you just peep out your door there and tell us what you got going on today?
Well...
Can you come out so we can see you?
Well, last night I set up my tent here so I could sleep in it. So today I'm just figuring out arrangements and trying to make it look as homey as possible.
So you got a new apartment and you're just trying to fix it up, basically.
I can show you inside.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the offer. Let's look inside.
Here, got my books, my radio, a flashlight, and then got my bed over here, and then a chair with a table.
You're going to take all this with you when we leave?
I am.
Okay.
This chair is perfect to fit in
Yeah,
there.
it is perfect. All right, thanks for showing us.
Welcome.
Okay, the cake in my small, tiny home convection oven took probably 10 more minutes. It probably took a total of 43 or so minutes. But you bake the cake until the cake tester comes out clean. There you go. We're going to set it there, and I'm going to put up my cake tester. Let that just sit there a second. I have the cake tester. Other things I'm using, I have those on our Amazon page if you're interested. You can check that out. The UV gloves, the cake tester, the bundt pan, cooling racks. Those are on our page, and there's more information down below in the description box. So I'm just going to invert this. Oh, I felt it. It came out just fine because we greased and floured. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow-wee. I bet that's good just like that. It smells wonderful. Oh, yes. Oh, like a lemon sponge cake. Oh, that smells so good. Well, we're going to let it cool completely, and then we're going to come back and ice it. All right, the cake is cool to the touch. I've got it on a plate. It would be nice if you had a nice pretty cake plate, but I don't. I have, for the glaze, it's not really an icing or a frosting. It's going to be more of a glaze. I have 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. That's called icing sugar for our friends in other countries, or XXX sugar, powdered sugar. I have 1 cup of that. I have a ½ teaspoon of vanilla, thanks to my friend Sean at the Lone Star Barn down in Texas. She gifted me that. A Mexican vanilla. It just smells awesome. I love it. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm just going to add half of this, so about a tablespoon of lemon juice, and I'm simply going to mix it up. Now, this cake does not have to stay in the refrigerator. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add the other tablespoon of the lemon juice, because I can tell I'm going to need it. And then I'm just stirring this up. So it's not really a frosting or an icing. Now, I'd like to share with y'all, I was inquisitive because the SunDrop says it's out of Plano, Texas. So, I just want to clarify that this was actually bottled in Pulaski, Tennessee, which is near where Miss Wendy Bryant and I grew up. And so it was very much a very regional and southern drink. But since then, it's been bought out a couple of times here and there. So what I'm going to do, if you're interested in SunDrop, I'm going to put a link in the description box that I found, and it tells you a little bit about the company. Now, if you wanted to make this glaze thicker, you would just have more powdered sugar. If you wanted it thinner, you would have more lemon juice. I probably had a little more lemon juice than I should have, it looks like. Yeah, I'm kind of running off my little plate here. This plate wasn't intended to serve a cake. Alright, I have these 2 fine gentlemen here, and we're going to try this cake. It's so tender, just to cut right through. It's not dense like a pound cake. It's more like a sponge cake, a lighter cake. Okay. This smelled so good, John Boy. My frosting was kind of thin, so can I put some on top here?
Yes.
It's glaze, actually, not frosting, but look at that. Alright, how's that look? Okay, just wait a minute, we'll try it together. Do you want this piece? Yes, ma'am?
Can I have a little glaze on it too?
You may.
Just a little.
It's gonna be good. SunDrop cake. See what you think. It's very lemony. Very good. I like it. Citrusy. I really like it. Thanks for watching, y'all. I hope you'll try this cake. I hope you enjoy it for this spring and this summer. It's super easy. But thanks, too, for joining us today to see what the littles were up to and to hear stories of friendship and sharing recipes. I hope you'll share your story with someone, because I believe that by sharing stories, we can learn to show grace to each other and to one another. And this world can be a whole lot more peaceful. Plus, it can taste good. Lemon pies and mousses and cakes and all kinds of things are kind of synonymous, I think, with spring. Lemon things are kind of synonymous. I think lemon desserts are kind of synonymous. Synonymous. Lemon desserts are kind of synonymous. Oh my word, I can't say the word. Synonymous. Are synonymous with spring. Forget that word. Oh my goodness, I can't say the word. Lemon we kind of associate with springtime.